Welcome back to the Parent Video Series. My name is Marianne and I am the Reading Intervention Prevention teacher here at School 46. Today I would like to talk to you about attendance, specifically the importance of daily attendance for students and school accountability with the New York State Department of Education. I believe it's important to mention that our goal here at School 46 is to make sure our children are safe, attending school, and reaching their fullest potential as both students and responsible citizens. That's why we are reaching out to you through these parent video series. Why does attendance matter? Did you know if students miss 10% or 18 days or more of school, it can make it harder for students to learn and as a result fall behind academically? Studies show that children who were chronically absent in kindergarten or first grade are less likely to read at proficiency by third grade. If children don't show up to school on a regular basis, they miss out on important math and reading skills and the chance to build a habit of good attendance that can carry them into college and careers. In addition, being late, or as they say, tardy to school, can lead to poor attendance as well. Perhaps you may ask yourself, what do we do here at School 46 to support students who are having chronic attendance problems? We have an attendance committee made up of the following staff: Ms. Pantoja, building principal, our homeschool attendance assistant, who has been assigned to our school by the district office to provide attendance support with attendance procedures, Ms. Miller, our school social worker, Mr. McLeod, our parent liaison, Ms. King, our school counselor, and Ms. Fink, the office clerk that also supports attendance procedures here at School 46. I think it's important to mention that the role of the attendance committee is to collaborate with teachers through the right to intervention process, also referred to as the RTI process, with the primary goal of monitoring student attendance school-wide. The attendance committee connects with families whose child is experiencing severe or chronic attendance issues, assesses the problem, and looks for proactive ways through supports and interventions to help students attend school on a regular basis. If you should have any questions about your child's attendance, please don't hesitate to call Ms. Fink in the main office or Ms. Pantoja. So how does School 46 monitor student attendance? Firstly, school attendance starts at the classroom level. Teachers take daily attendance and monitor absenteeism and tardiness. If students are experiencing severe or chronic attendance problems that may be impacting their learning, the teachers can reach out to both the RTI process and the attendance committee for assistance. The RTI process and the attendance committee tier students based on absenteeism or how many days they have been absent. The attendance committee is then able to develop a process to intervene and help students attend school on a regular basis. There are 3 tiers of absenteeism a child can fall under. Tier 1 is when a child has missed up to 5 days of school and may be at risk for falling behind with their learning because of the absences. At this tier level, the teacher monitors the child's absenteeism and learning and will reach out to the family if they have any concerns with the student's learning related to being absent. Tier 2 is when a child has been out between 5 and 10 days of school and is in need of intervention and possibly support from the school through the attendance committee to ensure they are attending school on a regular basis so that their learning is not interrupted. Tier 3 is considered chronic absenteeism which means the child has missed 18 or more days of school or 10% of the school year. And like Tier 2 absenteeism, Tier 3 absenteeism requires immediate intervention by the attendance committee to ensure the child is in school and has every opportunity to learn. So what happens when a child has been absent and has been tiered based on absenteeism? Firstly, I want to point out that each tier of absenteeism can have different paths of intervention by the attendance committee. Each situation involving absenteeism can be different as to what resources and supports the child and/or family need. However, one thing is for sure, the school intervenes through the attendance committee for one important reason: to partner with the family to ensure the child is safe and attending school. Now I will move on and share the framework or process by which the attendance committee intervenes based on how many days the child has been absent. When a child has missed up to 5 days of school and is considered Tier 1 for absenteeism, the classroom teacher will in most cases reach out to the family by a phone call to fully understand the nature of the child's absenteeism. The classroom teacher may also want to speak with the parents so that they can arrange a way for the child to make up their classwork and their homework that they missed when they were out absent. At day 3, the attendance letter is generated at the district level and sent home. The letter identifies how many days the child was absent and reinforces the importance of regular attendance. If a child has missed anywhere from 5 to 10 days of school, they are considered Tier 2 for absenteeism. Again, the classroom teacher refers the student to the student's absenteeism to the attendance committee and/or the RTI process. An attendance letter is generated at the district level and sent home outlining how many days the child has been absent and reinforcing the importance of daily attendance. A phone call is made to the family either by the classroom teacher, the home attendance assistant, or the parent liaison, and in some cases, maybe the administrator here at School 46. The phone call is made to obtain information as to why the child has been absent. Once the attendance committee understands the nature of the absenteeism, they are then able to work together to identify and align resources and supports to ensure the child is attending school on a regular basis. If a child has missed 18 days or more of school, or 10% of the school year, they are considered to have chronic attendance issues and are Tier 3 for absenteeism. The attendance committee here at School 46 may refer the child's absenteeism to the district attendance committee in order to gain additional support and intervention for the child and the family. This will help ensure that the child is able to attend school on a regular basis. At the very same time, the School 46 attendance committee will contact the family either by phone or by a home visit, depending on the circumstances, to gain information as to why the child is experiencing chronic attendance difficulties. A meeting between the administrator and the family may be arranged to further discuss the absenteeism. Once the attendance committee has an understanding as to why the child has missed school, they will work together to identify and align supports and interventions to the child and the family. Some of these supports may include the Child Protective Services, also referred to as the CPS, the Family Access Connection Team, or the Health Home of Upstate New York. I just want to touch base briefly on what are excused absences as defined by the Rochester City School District. Excused absences are illnesses, doctor's appointments, court appearances, religious observances, death of a family member, or participation in a school-sponsored event. Excessive absences due to health or medical problems must be documented by a doctor's statement or note. Please call the school if your child is going to be absent. Please send a note in with your child when they return, identifying the nature of their absenteeism. If your child was seen by a physician while they were absent, you can send in a doctor's note as well. The next few slides are going to inform you on how educational policy is connected to student attendance. So let's start with educational policy. What is the Every Student Should Succeed Act, or also referred to as the ESSA law? In January of 2018, a new federal law was passed which replaces the No Child Left Behind Act. This ESSA law ensures every child will receive a quality education regardless of who they are, where they live, or go to school. It also helps poor-performing schools learn from high-performing schools and directs additional resources and funding to help the poor-performing schools improve. It also holds schools accountable by many additional factors, not just proficiency on standardized test scores in math, English language arts, and fourth grade science. So how does poor attendance and ESSA affect School 46? Historically speaking, elementary schools were primarily evaluated and held accountable by proficiency on New York State standardized test scores in math, English language arts, and fourth grade science. Now, under the Every Student Should Succeed Act, not only will they be held accountable for proficiency on standardized tests in math, English language arts, and fourth grade science, but also on growth on standardized tests from one year to the next in math and English language arts. In addition, schools will also be held accountable for progress in learning English for students who are learning English as an additional language. And now, schools will now be held accountable under the ESSA law by chronic absenteeism. Currently, School 46 is in good standing as a school with the New York State Department of Education. That is why it's very important that students attend school on a regular basis to ensure they are learning to their fullest potential and that we continue to stay in good standing as a school. So why does attendance matter? Your child cannot grow to their fullest potential if they are not in school. Chronic attendance counts against our school. If students are not in school growing and learning, our school could become a school in need of targeted or comprehensive support and improvement, and as a result, potentially be closed. I want to talk briefly about what happens when your child is marked absent on any given day so the process is clear. If your child is marked absent, a robocall goes out to a parent 1 hour after their child's first class starts. The call goes to the contact numbers given by the parents at the beginning of the school year. These calls continue until a parent is successfully reached. A home visit can occur if parents cannot be reached. Please update your contact numbers if they have changed. It is critical to have accurate information. Please update contact phone numbers periodically throughout the school year, especially if anything has changed. This will help the school contact you effectively in the event your child is marked absent or if there is a school emergency. For further information, please refer to the School 46 Parent Handbook or visit the Rochester City School District website. Here are some suggestions on when to keep your child home from school. Keep your child home from school if they are running a fever of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, if they are experiencing diarrhea, vomiting, or itchy, pink, red, crusty eyes, which may indicate that they need to be evaluated by a physician. I hope all this information was helpful and informative. Additionally, I have included some informative web links on attendance and the Every Student Should Succeed Act. In closing, I would like to say that all of us here at School 46 work very hard at keeping our children safe, cared for, and learning. Thank you again for tuning into this parent video series on attendance and school accountability.